Hi, I'm Frank Tybush, the Creative Director for Tonal Vision. Today, I'm talking about utilizing a GoPro in long-form performances to get camera angles you normally wouldn't be able to get with a camera that's operated by a person. So the gear that we use is a GoPro. The one that we specifically use is a Hero 4. The flat base mount. We have a USB cable, the long USB cord that plugs into the camera and the AC adapter. And we found through a lot of shooting that having a power strip or extension cord really helps because the AC adapter is kind of bulky and doesn't like to sit into wall socket. And the last thing that we always have is gaff tape. So we're going to talk about the setup of just the GoPro first. Before you even turn it on or whatnot, you'll notice on the side is the little micro SD card where you have the inputs for like the USB AC adapter. And how you get it out is you push it in, it'll click and pop out. And to get it to go back in, you just press it in until you hear the little click. Now, essentially, a GoPro uses just 3 buttons. There's one in the front, there's one in the top, and there's one on the side. But because we're using the GoPro that has the touchscreen background, the only 2 buttons you really need to know about is the one in the front, which controls the camera to turn on and off, and the button on top, which controls the camera to record or stop recording. Once you turn on the GoPro, the rest of the functionality is done through swipe screens. The very first thing you have to do with the swipe screen is just touch it because it's going to ask you to unlock the screen. Once that's finished, you swipe from right to left to open up the menu where you choose if you want to shoot video, if you want to shoot photographs, if you want to do a burst of photographs, if you want to look at the footage that you shot, or if you want to set up the internal settings of the camera. Now, for our functions, we always want to make sure that it's on video, which it is. And then we would go into setup to do a couple of things. First off, because we are using the touch screen, we always want wireless to be off. If you see a blue light blinking, that's usually an indicator that you are on wireless and you'll want to go and check. The other function you need in the setup menu is to format the card. If you scroll all the way down, almost to the bottom, you will see a menu option for delete. Just click into that, click all format, delete, and we'll delete. I'll think about it for a little bit, but it will delete. Once that is finished, just X out at the top of the menu and you'll come back to your viewfinder. The next menu that you really need to know is the video settings menu. If you scroll from the bottom to the top, you can see that you can choose resolution, frames per second, whatnot. We're not going to talk about that today. That's a whole nother video. The very first option is mode. You want to make sure mode says video. If it says anything else like time-lapse video, video plus photo, looping, it's not set correctly. So you just click into the mode, click video, and you're set. X out of that, and you're ready to go. So now I'm going to talk about the final setup, actually getting the camera where you need it to be and ready to go. The first thing is you want to put it in the case. We always use the flat bottom case because we found it's best for securing it to multiple locations easily with gaff tape. You want to make sure that you go from the back and you just push it forward with equal pressures on each side. And then just lock it down on top. Now, you can place a GoPro pretty much anywhere on a stage, in a theater. The idea of a GoPro is to set it someplace where you can't have a camera operator running a camera. For our dance recitals that we film, we set the camera right up at center stage, right on the edge of the stage, facing the dancers, because we found that's where most of the action happens and it really highlights the dancers and the dance moves. So we would set it at the front of the stage and gaff tape it down. After this is gaff taped down, you'd want to make sure that you plug in the AC adapter, which goes in on the side. And then you plug it into the AC adapter straight down. Now, this is something that we learned from pretty much after the first time we used a GoPro. The LCD screen is very bright. There's also very bright lights on the front of the camera going when it's recording. To reduce its visibility, we've learned to put some gaff tape on the back. I just kind of fold it over so I'm not using a ton of sticky on the actual GoPro itself. And then we put some gaff tape over the front. And once you've covered up all the lights, you're ready to record the performance. This is pretty simple. You just press the top button. You will notice on the back viewfinder, which is why I do the little flap up, that it is showing the red camera. That's how you know you're recording. So I just put the flap down, make sure it's secure, walk away, and wait till the end of the performance. When the performance has ended, you come back, you press the red button on top. You'll notice that the little camera icon on the back screen is no longer blinking red, and you're done recording. Sorry. And then when you need to just go turn it off, you just press the button in front, hold it down until it turns off. And that's pretty much what we do to make sure that our GoPros capture the best footage as possible to make the performance look as best as possible. Thank you.